Hi everyone. So in today's video, you can already tell from the title and the thumbnail, we're gonna be having a discussion on tier lists and why they are so goddamn stupid and why I feel like all these YouTubers, streamers, or whatever that have jumped on all these tier list videos have honestly ruined a lot of characters in Marvel Rivals. And that's just simply because these YouTubers, streamers, whatever, they do not know what they're talking about. So we actually have stats now for Marvel Rivals and the characters like pick rate and win rate on the official website for Marvel Rivals. And as you can see, the update time is on the 6th of January, which is before season 1 and all the buffs. So these are all pre-buffs or pre-nerfs or whatever before the season change. So we get to see everything and it is actually quite surprising and quite shocking. Now, if I'm just gonna go over to Duelist. Now, I'm a Storm player. I got to Eternity with Storm. Let me change this actually to not Bronze, to Grandmaster and above. So I'm actually a Storm player. I got to Eternity before the buffs, and I always got blamed. I always got blamed for like picking this F tier DPS that was no good, always useless apparently, always the fault of the team, always the reason why your team loses. And look at it, it's really not that bad. 50% win rate. Now I just want to say that not always like just reading statistics is different from understanding the statistics and understanding why. But we'll get onto that a little bit later. But you can see a lot of these other characters, like their win rates are actually lower than Storm. I'm gonna even use Moon Knight as an example right here. You can see Moon Knight is a 43% win rate, which is really low. Now, when it came to tier list or come to tier list, I don't think I ever really saw Moon Knight in the bottom tier for the most part. It was always Storm in the F tier. Storm is like the worst character, you know, Black Widow, Scarlet Witch. But I feel like I always saw like Moon Knight on tier list, like in the middle of the pack. Not at the top, but it was kind of in the middle. You know, we can take Iron Man example for an example. When the game first came out, everyone was shitting on Iron Man, saying he was so bad, and all the hit scans would, you know, counter him, which even I kind of thought that as well. But later down the line, Iron Man actually became to be a really strong character. I mean, thanks to Hulk, of course, but still nonetheless, he is very strong. And so these people actually don't know what they're talking about, these tier lists. I'm even going to give you another example with strategists. Look at that, Cloak and Dagger with 43% win rate. I actually never liked Cloak and Dagger. I actually thought that Cloak and Dagger was horrible in high ranks. I always felt like they did nothing, and all they did was heal. There was barely any utility, and no one cares about the damage. Like, no one, who cares? Who really cares about Cloak and Dagger? Tiny bit of damage in Grandmaster and above, right? Which is where I'm at. And it's the same thing with Jeff. Jeff is very low win rate because it's just a heal bot. Jeff doesn't have that much good utility. The only thing he's good at is like the ultimate, but that's like very map specific. So I'm not surprised that Cloak and Dagger has a very low win rate compared to Jeff. Sorry, not compared to Jeff. I'm not surprised that Cloak and Dagger has a very low win rate overall because I never thought she was good or they were good. But for some reason, every single YouTuber out there, I swear to God, had Cloak and Dagger in S tier. It was like Mantis, Luna, Snow, Cloak and Dagger. I thought I was like, for a moment, like, am I just harshly criticizing Cloak and Dagger? Like, I'm just judging them too much? But like, no, after seeing these stats, like, I'm I'm confident in saying like, yeah, Cloak and Dagger, like, I don't think they're good in high ranks. But yeah, for some reason, everyone loved to put them in S tier. And this is the thing, it's like, all these people, all these YouTubers, they put out all these tier lists, and that tier list then like changes the mind of the community, and then now the community thinks like, oh my god, Cloak and Dagger is really good. Oh my god, Storm is F tier. But in reality, Storm isn't the problem. Storm was not throwing your game. Storm was not the reason why you're losing. It was Cloak and Dagger. It was because of Jeff. It was because of Moon Knight. But when was there ever someone that was like, oh my god, get off Moon Knight. Moon Knight F tier. Get off Moon Knight. No one. I don't think I ever saw anyone that was ever like, oh my god, Moon Knight is the reason why we're losing. Because at the end of the day, no one knows. None of these bitches know. Like, truly. This isn't like League of Legends where you have a top-down view and can see everyone. This is a FPS game. And the only way you get to see your teammates is through the spectator feature, like, which is 10 seconds when you're, like, dead. Right? And that's just like, you're not gonna be able to know what your team is doing, and there's not even a scoreboard until the end of the game. So during the game, you're not able to see how much damage your teammates do. The only thing you can see is like MVP. So people just like always bandwagon is like, oh my god, we're losing. It must be a storm. GG, we're losing. It must be whatever F tier character is out there. But it's like, in reality, it's just not. It's not the problem. It could be various things. It could be solo tank Penny. It could be solo healing Jeff or whatever. I don't know. But the point is, it's like all these YouTubers that make all these goddamn tier lists, they really do not know what they're talking about. And you know what? At the end of the day, for most people who are gonna be stuck at a rank or whatever, it doesn't even matter what character you play, because at the end of the day, a platinum Hela is a platinum Hela. A platinum Mantis is a platinum Mantis, right? Like, it doesn't matter that Mantis has a 53% win rate and is really good. She is good if you look at all the other win rates, like she is 53, 54% in Diamond, 54% or 55% in Platinum, right? She is good. Mantis is good. However, if you are like a 500 games hard stuck Platinum Mantis, it doesn't matter how good the win rate for Mantis is, you're not even utilizing Mantis to her fullest extent. You're not even playing her to, like, optimally, right? It's kind of like, let me give you like an example, like a computer. It doesn't matter that you buy like a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 high-end computer, right? Like, if all you're gonna do is play Stardew Valley, Minecraft, I don't know, then like, it doesn't matter if you have this expensive computer. You're not even utilizing it or using like the most of it, right? And it's the same thing with heroes in Marvel Rivals. Like, it doesn't matter if you're playing all these meta S tier characters. Like, if you're not using these characters correctly, then why does it matter? You know, if you're a hard stuck Hela main and you're missing your shots, well, why does it matter that you're playing an S tier when someone else who could be playing an F tier, I don't know what people are considered F tier nowadays, right now, but I'm just gonna use Storm as an example. Like, why does it matter that you have an F tier Storm if you're in the same rank and you're theoretically playing at the same level, right? And doing the same amount of work. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like all these tier lists are just so stupid. And all these YouTubers, like, I know why they're doing it, right? I want them to stop with all these stupid tier lists, but I know why they're doing it. It's because they're making money, lots and lots of money out of these tier lists. And by the way, I know how much money they make because I also get AdSense. I make money off videos. So some of these YouTubers are making like hundreds of dollars, even thousands of dollars. Okay, thousands of dollars on the one tier list video. So I know why they're making these tier list videos. Okay. Like, get that bag. I saw people getting their money, okay? But really, I feel like these tier lists, they need to stop. They're really annoying. I feel like it's ruining a lot of things, and I'm sure people who are watching this, and if you play any like F tier, low tier characters out there, I'm sure you've been kind of subjected to, or like you've kind of experienced the shortcomings of these tier lists of like, oh my god, you're playing like a non-meta character in F tier, blah blah blah, like, you should swap, it's always your fault, right? But then as soon as you start like hovering over Hela, Hawkeye or whatever, it's just like crickets, like no one's talking, right? It's just crazy. I also want to take a moment to look at stuff like Punisher and Winter Soldier. So I did say about, there's a difference between looking at statistics and understanding what statistics are. So when it comes to, like, let's just say Punisher, you might look at it and be like, oh, less than 50% win rate, so that must mean he's bad. But not necessarily, because someone like Punisher and Winter Soldier, they are very popular. So you're gonna have a lot of mirror matchups with them. And so if one Punisher loses on one team, then that means the other Punisher on their mirror matchup wins. And so their wins and losses actually counter each other, and eliminate each other. So I suspect that the win rates are skewing to the lower end of like the less than 50% for Punisher and Winter Soldier, simply because they just are slightly getting outmatched by characters like Stylock, by Star-Lord, by Iron Man, which by the way, I don't even think Punisher's good into Iron Man. Like, I've never really seen a Punisher eat up an Iron Man. Like, I feel like Iron Man eats a Punisher. Anyways, but the reason why, like, I don't want to say like Punisher and Winter Soldier like outright bad. I want to say they're more like slightly outclassed by some of these other duelists. And if you like just take away all the mirror matchups, it might that would be this is what the win rate would kind of be like showcasing. But yeah, oh look at this, like for 54% winner on Magic. I don't think I've ever seen Magic on the high tier, like S tier, whatever. Wolverine, when Wolverine first came out, I remembered he was considered really bad until people started catching on to him and realizing that he was really good into tanks and started to play him more properly, and then he kind of bumped up. But I don't remember him being very top tier in any tier list. I felt like he was more in the middle tier. Look, Hawkeye, again, with like reading, understanding statistics, you might look at Hawkeye like, oh my god, he's 50% win rate, or 49.89, which is essentially 50%. Like, oh my god, Hawkeye must not be very good, like he must be very bad. Not necessarily, because if Hawkeye is enabled in the game, most likely it's going to be a mirror matchup. So if one Hawkeye loses, then another one wins. So that's why we kind of have a 50% win rate. Most likely, this is the explanation. But yeah, Storm is fine with the 50% win rate, and let's just get this clear. This is Storm before the buffs. Okay, this is not season 1. This is Storm before the buffs, when she's considered F tier. Now everyone considers her to be really strong, and I believe S tier and OP and even ban worthy. But as of right now, the stats are of the 6th of January. So yeah, this is before all the buffs, and she's fine. 50% win rate. She's fine. She's not the reason why people are losing, but it was always gonna be like everyone is saying, oh my god, Storm is the reason why, swap of Storm, GG we have a Storm, blah blah blah. Why? Because of these tier lists. Because of these stupid tier lists by people that don't know what the hell they're talking about. And you know what's even more frustrating is that part of the reason why they don't know what they're talking about is because they don't play these characters. Right? Like, these YouTubers out here, like, they're not playing Storm. They don't know how to play Storm. They haven't put in the time and effort to play Storm. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that Storm is sometimes a problem. Okay, Storm is not perfect. I understand that she's not S tier, she's not amazing before the buffs. Okay? And maybe I was part of the problem, like why we lost sometimes. But it was most definitely not all the time, or even most of the time, okay? Obviously, I have a bit more of a biased take on Storm because I have played her a lot and I really enjoy her. But I genuinely believe that Storm was pretty middle of the pack, like not that bad, like not as bad as people thought. And she was serviceable. She was okay, she was fine. Yes, I get destroyed by really good Hela players. Yes, I get destroyed by really good Solid players, but it wasn't that bad. And these people, these YouTubers, they just don't know how to play these characters. They're not putting in the time and effort to learn how to play these characters, to know everything about them, to make like an actual thoughtful like tier list, like a fair tier list, really. So yeah, it's just, I would like to see all these tier lists start. It's not gonna happen because, you know, people love to make money. But if you're someone that likes to consume all these tier list stuff or whatever, I just want to tell you, just take it with a grain of salt, these like people making tier lists. It's just not, like, what they say is not the law. What they say is not factual. What they say is not like anything, right? It's just an opinion that is like based on ignorance, right? Like, who would have thought that Moon Knight would have a 43% win rate? Who would have thought that Cloak and Dagger, this supposedly S tier character, would have a 43% win rate? You know, none of them would have thought that. So really, take it with a little grain of salt. It's not like, you know, the law, and don't let deter you from playing characters that you enjoy, okay? At the end of the day, you should play the game how you want to play, and you should play characters that you enjoy. So if something ends up being F tier, F it, screw it, just play what you enjoy. And obviously, you know, there are going to be characters that are better at winning. That's something else. But you're only really going to ever enjoy playing characters if you... Sorry, you're only ever going to get better at playing the characters if you continuously play them, and you're only going to continuously play them if you enjoy them, right? Like, I don't enjoy playing Hawkeye. It doesn't matter how good Hawkeye is, doesn't matter how S tier is. If I don't enjoy playing Hawkeye, I'm not really going to get good at Hawkeye. I'm not going to improve on Hawkeye. So I'm not going to be giving top 500 gameplay Hawkeye, right? I'm probably going to be giving like Platinum Hawkeye game level. Because I haven't practiced him. I don't enjoy playing him. So yeah. And I'm not going to have like a tier list like determine how I play the game. It's like, oh my god, S tier, I have to play Hawkeye. You know? That's just like... I mean, you do if that's how you want to play. But like, I personally find that a little bit boring. Like, I want to play what I enjoy, right? So, do not listen to tier lists. They're all stupid. And yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. So, anyways, thank you for watching this little discussion video. It's a little bit different from my usual like streaming stuff. If you want to catch me on my stream, I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Luminum. I play a lot of Storm, but a lot of Storm is getting banned recently, but you know, everyone's saying that she's really OP, so I'm gonna be playing other characters. So I do enjoy characters like Thor and whatever. So if you want to check me out on my stream, then head over to my stream and yeah, say hi. Anyways, that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching and bye bye. Hope you have a lovely day.